Our first film is Color of Night, and what a violent mess this is. Recycling every movie cliche about psychotherapy and the shrinks who administer it. You know the cliches. Shrinks are the really sick ones, and their patients are more dangerous than so-called regular people who don't seek medical help. Bruce Willis plays a distraught psychologist who moves to California, land of the really screwed up, where he joins a therapy group led by a colleague friend. The friend is murdered, presumably by one of the group members. Detective Reuben Blades investigates.
And you sat in one of these sessions, right?
Yes, I did.
So who did it? Hey! Anderson! Knock! Don't come into my office like that, bro. Hey.
I think Blades needs to be in therapy. Who done it? It might be the sex pot played by Leslie Ann Warren, although she has her own theory about another group member.
Why don't you take a look at someone dangerous? Why don't you take a look at someone who could do it? Why don't you take a look at Clark?
Clark?
Or the killer might be Rose, a strange young woman played by Jane March, who sort of stumbles into Willis's life and supplies the film's unsexy love scenes. There was some controversy over scenes featuring full frontal nudity of Willis, but those scenes have been cut. Another reason not to see this obvious, overhyped melodrama.
How did you get in here?
Last time I was here, I stole the key. It was by the door.
What about the alarm?
Oh, I never thought about that.
It didn't go off?
No.
Color of Night is an obvious whodunit. Anyone who has ever seen a movie will guess in the first reel whodunit. The characters in the group are all overwritten and overacted. The picture ultimately turns into a standard chase film, and along the way we get scenes of repeated, twisted violence that are thoroughly unpleasant. Thumbs down from me on Color of Night.
Well, to coin a phrase from me, thumbs way down. Way down. This movie is a complete mess.
Yeah.
And there's a secret about one member of the therapy group, and that secret was obvious to me from the first
shot.
second
The first shot.
that person was on screen.
Of course.
And then you get into this recycled Agatha Christie sort of thing, you know, where it's kind of one of these people had to do it.
Right.
Which one is it? And
Five
then
little Indians.
Willis goes to visit each one. And then at the end, the ludicrous, violent climax
Yes,
with the climbing villain. Remember that cliche? Whenever they're trapped, what do? They always climb, so you have the shot of somebody dangling, you know, and having to be saved. There's just one, and the chase scene. What about that red car that chases him around?
Boring.
And there's no way that car up on top of the parking garage, the driver could know that he was down below. So
Hey.
he's working in the dark. I mean, one thing after another.
I didn't like the picture from the real
titles.
the violence where you see a guy with a knife. I mean, it's so unpleasant. I mean, that's what I don't get. And then the psychotherapy. I mean, can't they grow up a little bit? This is really trashing the whole world.
It's not a group therapy session. It's, you know, it's like a zoo.
You know what it is? It's a bunch of actors who are getting their first break. A lot of these are people I haven't seen before, and they're going way over the top.
Those actors actually are like Brad Dourif. They're very experienced, but they didn't use a lot of restraint.
No.